In this video, I'm doing a position analysis from the 2024 World Championships. These are great videos which show you how to analyze a position if you don't understand it. The viewers really enjoy this, so I've been doing some more of these. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on that. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, I'm doing a position analysis from the 2024 World Championships in Monte Carlo, Monaco. They were playing on a beautiful Backgammon Galaxy Monte Carlo board with the new Paul McGreal inlay. These were the colors on the cover of his book, Backgammon by Paul McGreal. So this is the new board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. So this is the position. So this was from the grand finals. Johan Moazed from Sweden was playing the red checkers at the top. Brandon Macklin from the United States, the white checkers at the bottom. It was the first game of a 21-point match. White is on roll, and it's a cube decision. So take a look at the position. Think about whether you would double or not double as white, and if you were doubled as red, would you take or pass? You can pause the video, and we'll look at the analysis in a moment. Okay, so this is an early game position where white rolled an early double six to make both bar points. Red still has two checkers back. So looking at the analysis, it turns out to be a double and a take. So white is winning 69% of the time with 21% gammons, but red is still winning 31% of the time. The equity is 855 millipoints, so it's a 71 millipoint error not to double, and it's a 145 millipoint error to pass. So this is a pretty decent size double. So it's important to understand these because these types of positions occur frequently. So the things to look at are the following. First, white is ahead in the race by 13 pips. You can see that in the lower left. White has a 2-point board. So this is what you want to do. You want to analyze the entire position. So white has a 2-point board. White has a 4 prime. That's very strong. White has 10 checkers in the zone to attack. Red has 2 blots that white can attack. White does have a good anchor on the 18-point. At the same time, red has a 2-point board with a 5-point. So you want to analyze and identify the strengths and weaknesses of the entire position for both players to see what's going to happen. Looking at this, you'll see white's position isn't going to get worse. It's only going to get better, if anything. So that's what you can identify here. Now, red does own the 5-point, and that's going to make a difference. So we'll take a look. What you want to do when you're studying these positions. So this is not you're playing the position and you're making the decision right away. This is what you do when you study the position after playing the match. So you see, did you double? Did you not double? If you didn't double, let's look at why. So one of the things I like to do is position modification. It's a great way to identify the strengths and weaknesses of a position. What you do is you modify one aspect of a position to see what changes it makes in the equity of the position. So we're going to go through that and look at all of these things. First, we said it was a 2-point board, right? So with the 2-point board, this is the resulting correct decision. It's a double and a take, and the equity is 855 millipoints. Now let's move this 5 points, so now it's a 1-point board. Now it's much weaker, and it's a blunder to double. So that indicates the fact that you have a 2-point board is a very strong aspect of the position. Next is the 4 prime. So this is a solid 4 prime. Let's see what happens when you make it a broken 4 prime. Again, this is the position with a solid 4 prime. And then what you do is move 2 checkers over here. Now look at it. It's barely a double, and the equity is only 670. So this allows the opponent to escape with sixes, but anytime you have a broken prime, that's not as good as having a solid prime. So you think about that. Also, we said there were 10 checkers in the zone. That's really good for attacking. Okay, so this was the original position, again with 10 in the zone. Let's move 1 checker back over here, but at the same time move 1 red checker back to make the race even. And now it's a borderline no double. There are only nine checkers in the zone. So it's still a 13 pip lead in the race, but only 9 checkers in the zone, not as much ammunition to attack. So that makes a big difference. There are 2 blots here. So this was the equity with 2 blots. Let's move one of the blots out here, and then I moved one back to keep the race relatively even. It's still a double, but not quite as strong. So it's 855, and now it's at 791. Okay, still strong, but not quite as strong. The anchor. So here white has the anchor, and this is the position with the anchor. Let's move 1 checker back to the 24 points, and now it's much weaker. Okay, so that indicates that having the anchor in combination with all these other things helps a lot. Now, red has a 2-point board. Okay, so this is the equity with a 2-point board. Let's change it to a 1-point board. Now it's a big pass. That extra board point helps red a lot. Now, let's look at it. It's the 5-point. Okay, let's move it to see what happens. So this is 855 with the 5-point. Let's move it to the 4-point. And now that's stronger because the 4-point is not as strong. Now it's 899. Now the 3-point, it becomes 956, despite the fact that it's getting closer in the race. And now when it's a 2-point, it's just so deep that it becomes a pass. And if you make it a 1-point, it's a bigger pass. So the other thing you want to do is identify threats. So here the threats are you can point on head or escape both back checkers. So this is the dice distribution. You can see that in XG, and you can see these are all the rolls, and this is where your equity is 1. So if the equity is greater than 1, that's a market losing sequence. So you see the first one is double 4, that's huge, double 3, double 2, double 5, and double 1. So those are 5 doubles, right? So 5 out of 31 lose the market, but you see the rest of the time, you're actually doing really well. Your equity is more than 0.5 after even your worst roll. So let's take a look at it. So let's say you don't double and you roll a double 4. It's played like this, resulting in this position, and now your equity is more than 1, so you've lost your market. What about double 3? Played like this, resulting in this position. Again, you've lost your market. What about double 2? Like this, resulting in this position. Now you have a 5 prime with the checker not at the edge of it, and you've lost your market again. With the double 5, it brings both checkers around. Okay, and now you've lost your market. And a double 1, just barely. It's very close. Okay? Now, the other thing you want to think about is O'Hagan's law, which says double when you have 9 or more net market losers, which is 25% of the time. And the rest of the time, you're doing okay. Okay, again, here there are 5 market losers. So that's not quite 9. There are no anti-jokers, so you don't have to subtract anything from the 5. But the thing is here, you have some volatility. These ones can be crushing, and the rest of the time, you're doing more than just okay. It's not just okay. So yeah, this is basically what I said. In this position, there are only 5 net market losers. However, the rest of the time, you were doing well. Better than okay. That's what makes it a correct double here. So the tips for this position are when you have cube access, every turn is a cube decision. So don't just roll automatically. Think about it. Okay, sometimes it's very quick. You think about it, it's obviously not a double, or it's obviously a double, and then you can double. But every time you should at least spend a moment to think about it. What you want to do is identify the strengths and weaknesses of the position like we did. there was the 2-point board, there was the 4 prime, there was the anchor. Consider the threats like making the point on head or escaping both back checkers. And then when you have multiple small assets, these can lead up to a double. So here there was a late racing lead, the 4 prime, the advanced anchor, threats of hitting multiple blots, a 2-point board, all of these things. So you go back and study these positions. So next time you run into a similar position, you can kind of look at it and say, okay, maybe this is a double. When you don't double in these positions, you're giving up a decent amount of equity. And if you continue to do that over and over, you're going to continue to lose that equity. So you don't want to do that. This is a great way to study and improve. So again, this was a position analysis from the 2024 World Championships. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.